So here goes a huge question.
Oh boy.
And this is one of those types of questions that Brother Yona is going to be doing a thorough class on. This is only going to be a teaser. I'm not going to go in depth on this class today, but I will definitely touch on some things that we need to take a second look at. It has been asked about divorce. Brother Yona, when are you going to do a class on marriage and divorce? Marriage and divorce. It's like a rap song. Marriage and divorce. Marriage and divorce. Marriage and divorce. Like the Wu-Tang. Woo.
Hey.
Marriage and divorce. Marriage and divorce. You know what I mean? And it's not as easy because there are lots of moving parts, especially when you have to lift up and go underneath to see the Hebrew connotation of it. Then you're going to realize that,
I don't want to do that no more.
The Christian church has really done severe blunt trauma to the brain. And brethren, it is not easy because the Hellenistic thing is so deep. It requires very special surgery. And so a brother had asked these questions. So look, you see here, marital questions, status, single, married, widow, divorced, okay? And notice that single is the first one because that's how we all started off. Then marriage is the second phase. And then widowed is dealing with what? Death. Divorce is beneath that one, but guess what? It's similar to the widow. And one of these days, I will give you all what that really means, okay? Let's go, Torah. You want to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, because I know a lot of the questions are going to start popping out as you're going through this here. So write your questions down, and you could send them in for the upcoming class. No, to you. Upcoming class.
Okay. Yeah, send it to me, upcoming class. Okay.
So you can get the questions asked because, like he said, he's just doing a teaser. So I know you're gonna pop up and ask questions and be itching to ask questions. So write them down so you won't forget.
Question. Hello. I am wrestling with questions around marriage and divorce. Now look at the wrestling ring right over here. The question is flying on top and the brothers at the bottom.
Staggering.
I'm gonna read it again. Hello.
Hello.
I am wrestling with questions around marriage and divorce. The women of today are very difficult to deal with. Now, listen, I didn't write this.
Uh-oh.
Brother Shake and Brother Sapasa. I did not write this. I know. Some of y'all may think, Brother Yona's at it again. On the sisters, no. The women of today are very difficult to deal with. I was married twice and divorced. Getting divorced was the only way to get what? Peace.
So why you get married in the first place?
Most High, have mercy. You got to pause for a second. For a moment of silence.
Uh-oh.
Getting divorced was the only way to get peace. And through the divorce, I've lost my children. It's a sad thing, but it's true. The law makes provisions for multiple wives. And this is another part he's expressing. And most patriarchs have multiple wives. Israel was built through multiple wives. Yet Yeshua states that if we put away a wife and take another, we sin. If you have a wife that is evil towards you and is rebellious, doesn't listen to you, and disrespects you, you can't put her away unless she fornicates? What does that mean by except for fornication? Shouldn't it say for adultery? Like I said, this is a very big mountain. This is like Everest. Okay? And not everybody can make it up to, what do you call, they have the summit. Some people can't even make it to base camp because the elevation is so high, the air is thin, the requirements, so
they ain't got the knees.
You got to get all your stuff together. You got to go through the training. You got to get ready for this type of teaching. Now, yes, you can go other places like the previous question that was asked. You can go to other places and you'll get twisted. or you can get a feeling, a thought, an expression, an attitude. Okay,
you get some tudes.
You get some different things from other teachers. But what I want to do is share with you from the Near Eastern culture by which our people came from. Okay, not the Roman Greco mindset, the Near Eastern culture of how divorce, marriage, mishpachah, or family was dealt with. Okay. So let's go to our next slide. This is from the brother. This is what he posted in regards to the questions that he asked. So he's given us what he was reading. Let's get Matthew 19, 7 to verses 9.
Matthew chapter 19, verse 7 to 9. They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away?
Read.
He saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives.
He allowed you to put away your wives. Go ahead.
But from the beginning it was not so. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her which is put away, doeth commit adultery.
Luke 16 and verses 18. Let's get it.
Whosoever putteth away his wife and marrieth another committeth adultery, and whosoever marrieth her that is put away from her husband committeth adultery.
So these are the two so far that the brother is utilizing to make his case as far as his understanding. Let's go to our next slide. This is from the brother again, Matthew 5, 31 and Mark 10, 11 and verses 12. Let us read.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 31. It hath been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. Mark 10, verse 11 to verse 12. And he saith unto them, whosoever shall put away his wife and marry another committeth adultery against her. And if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she committeth adultery.
All right. So what we're going to do is take a peek, a little, drive by, not a drive by. That's not a good word for Israelites.
A ride by.
A ride by?
On a horse.
No, we're going to do a little window shopping.
Window shopping. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. A little window shopping as far as this is concerned, because this is a huge topic that needs enough time. It may be a 2-part, 1, 2, 3 class, because it's that you got to go through the scriptures and go over it slowly. Then you got to go through historical content and show you where the church have introduced stuff and bring everything together. Okay, so I will be circling back to a lot of these things. Let's go to our next slide. All right, so context is everything. Is that true?
That's very true.
Context is everything. You can hear people say stuff, but don't know what they're talking about, don't know the background to what the discussion is about, and you can run everywhere and say, oh, he said this and that, and really mess the whole thing up. Let's see what Matthew 5 and 17 has to say. We're going to establish this first. You're going to see this in the top of the slides to make sure, because Israelites have a short attention span.
They do.
Right? Let us see what Yeshua has to say.
Matthew 19, verses
5.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. So
Yeshua is making it very clear. Don't even think about it. All right? Be it far from you. I did not come to destroy the law, right? Or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Make it bigger, magnify the law, to be a part of what's been said in the Torah and such like. So if he didn't come to destroy, that means it's still around, that it's still okay with him. So let's go into the brother's text, Matthew 19, verses 3 to verses 30 is the whole thing. But let us take our time and go through verses 3. Let us read.
The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause?
All right, let's stop for a moment. The Pharisees is tempting him. That's the first thing we got to keep in mind. Now, the Pharisees were doctors of the law. They knew the law inside out, right? So the mere fact that they were bringing this thing up was not to really learn anything. And we're going to dissect this as carefully as possible, tempting him, saying, is it lawful, according to the Torah, right, for a man to do what? Put away. And I put the Greek word next to it, apolio, his wife, for what? Every cause. So that means to say that a wife can be put away for a cause, right? Notice the question. I got that in brown over here. Notice the question. What is the context of the question? They're asking about what? Does it say divorce? It says what?
Putting away.
Put away. Let us notice his response in context. So the question is about what? Putting away. Does this say a divorce?
No.
No. Does everybody see that, Mishpachah, in the chat? Because you to read something, like I would say the black dog is barking, and you're looking at the thing, but you're not paying attention, and in your mind, it's a white dog. It's not even a dog. It's something else.
It's a white animal.
Okay? Go ahead and read.
Verse 4. And he answered and said unto them.
So what is he answering? What is his correct response? Go ahead.
Have you not read?
Wait a minute. Read? Where are they reading from? Torah. Who gave the Torah? What did Yeshua said in Matthew 5:17?
Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
Stop. Read verses 4 again.
And he answered and said unto them, have you not read that which made them, that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female.
Male and female, right? Read.
And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh.
And I have one flesh with two little asterisks here, one flesh. So the problem is that when we read this, the first thing is that we think singular. But the Greek, when you go back to the Hebrew in Genesis 2:24, it is achad, means united. Achad, united. Because the Bible says, let us make man in our image. Achad. Let us make man. We together in unison, in unity, with oneness, in singleness. Not one person. He didn't take Adam and Eve and then all of a sudden you got a Shim walking around. It's two individuals. Okay?
Become Captain Planet.
In unison, in agreement. In agreement, right? When Eve took of the fruit, when she ate of the lies, she shared those lies with her husband, who also agreed to eat of the same lies too. They were in agreement. So if Eve had ate the stuff, and they're all one flesh, like one single, then Adam would have gotten it without him even eating the fruit. By the fact that she ate the thing, he would have, by default, eaten the same thing too. But no, he had to also put his hand to it, be in agreement to it. Right? If Yeshua says, I did not come to do my own will, but my Father's will, isn't that achad? Isn't that agreement? All right, let's leave it at that. Okay. Now let's get verse 6.
Wherefore, they are no more twain.
They're no more.
But one flesh.
One flesh. Go ahead.
What therefore Elohim have joined together, let not man put asunder.
Now notice put away in verses 3 of Matthew 19. Put away, and Yeshua is answering the thing, and what did he say? Put asunder. Did he say divorce? Now, put asunder is the Greek 5563, and it means chorizio, to separate, to what? Divide. Does it say divorce? No. Separate. Separate. Is separation and divorce the same?
No.
Two different.
Come on, Mishpachah. Separation and divorce. Let's go to our next slide. Actually,
Cover that first.
was the question about divorce? We asked that question. We're going to ask it again. Was the question that the Pharisees asked, was it about divorce? What were the consequences of adultery?
Death.
Death. Death, right?
Stoning.
So if a man is putting away his wife, the question is she going to die?
Is it worthy of death?
Him putting her away, does that merit death?
No.
Okay. So the Bible is saying, the question is it lawful to for a man to put away his wife for every cause? Every cause. So that means that there are causes by which what? You can put a woman away. We're going to look at an example. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 22. And let's get 20 to 22. What's the consequences for adultery? We want to establish the Torah first so we can get a proper understanding. Let us read.
The book of Deuteronomy 22, verse 20 to 22.
Mm-hmm.
But if this thing be true, and the tokens of virginity be not found for the damsel,
Mm-hmm.
then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house,
Mm-hmm.
and the men of her city shall stone her with stones that she die,
Mm-hmm.
because she hath wrought folly in Israel, to play the whore in her father's house. So shalt thou put evil away from among you.
So adultery. This damsel, the father says, hey, my daughter is a virgin. The man takes her. She's not touched. Bring her home. Finds out, well, man, I don't see any signs of that she's a
being true.
virgin.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the sheet. There's no signs here, right? Comes out to the father. What did you sell me? You sell me some used goods. The father says, no. Look at this thing right here. Okay. Then the father says, daughter, is this true? Well, Dad, Tyrone. Let's leave Tyrone alone. What's it, Tyrone?
Mac and cheese.
The mac and cheese.
Mac and
The
cheese.
mac and
Big,
cheese.
yeah, Mac.
Big Mac.
Big Mac. Brother Mac. He you never like Big Mac, but I've always liked Big Mac. I don't like this other guy right here. And so we was planning on getting married, and you switched things up, and so he was going to ask you, but you went ahead. That girl is going to be put to death. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to the slides.
You want 22 or no?
Yeah, let's read 22. I'm sorry.
Verse 22, if a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband,
Mhm.
then they shall both of them die.
Mhm.
Both the man that lay with the woman and the woman, so shalt thou put away evil from Israel.
So both have to die. And of course, we can talk about the woman caught in adultery some other time. All of these things will come up. Those things will be addressed at another time, okay? Yes, Elder.
This what we're talking about here is not for the world, it's only for Israel. Israel.
Right, it's for
It was
Israel.
only commissioned to Israel, not the world.
That's correct, Elder. That is correct. All right, so put away. Apolio, the definition. Put away, all right? Again, read Matthew 5 and 17.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law
Mhm.
or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
So the King James translates Strong's G630 in the following manner. It says release. The man is releasing.
To put away.
Put away, send away, let go, set at liberty, let depart, dismiss. So the question is, where can we find an example in the Torah of a woman being released, put away, send away, let go, set at liberty, let depart, and dismiss? Where can we find it? Anybody in the chat can tell me where in the Torah can we find this example? Brother Kin. All right. Brother Kin says Hagar. Brother Dawood Hagar. Pinka says Hagar. House of Yehuda says Israel. Okay, Israel is good. but the Torah itself, the Torah. All right, that's good, Brother Kin, Brother Pincus, and Brother David. Very good. That is a very strong case to show that a woman was what? Put away. Was she divorced?
No.
She was not divorced. She was released. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Has the Most High ever done a putting away or put asunder? Let's go back to the previous slide. The Pharisee says, is it lawful for a man to what? Put away. Yeshua says, what Elohim have joined together, let not man put asunder. Mm-hmm. That is what? Release. Mm-hmm. Released. Y'all get it? Yeah. Okay? All right. So he answered based on the question. It's not talking about divorce. Okay? So let's see what Malachi 2:16 has to say.
Book of Malachi, chapter 2, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
For Yahuwah, the Elohim of Israel, saith that he hateth putting away.
So he hates putting away, but yet he put away the two houses of Israel. Is that correct? But he says, I'm married to you. He says, return unto me. So when he put Israel away, yes, he says, I give your mother divorcement, bill of divorcement. But he also says, I am married to you. He says, son of man, right? If a man has put away a woman and she be married to another, can she return back to her husband? He says, no. Would not the land be polluted? But I says, come back to me. Isn't that what in Jeremiah? Mm-hmm. Isn't that what the book says? Mm-hmm. Okay. So if he divorced a woman, as a matter of fact, Brother Shea, pull up Deuteronomy 24, verses 1 to 4. Deuteronomy 24, verses 1 to 4. Let's see the law of divorcement. You want to bring something to the table?
Hold the mic.
Hold up. While he gets that, go ahead and speak.
Hating something doesn't mean that you can't do it or that you're not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That's right.
Yeah. You can
All
say,
right.
I hate mac and cheese, but doesn't mean that you're not going to eat it.
Or even make it.
Or make it, exactly.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's look at Deuteronomy chapter 24. We're going to read verses 1 to verses 4. Let us read. This is the rules. This is the rules about divorcement.
Deuteronomy 24, verse 1 to verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
When a man have taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, mm-hmm. because he have found some uncleanness in her, mm-hmm. then let him write her a bill of divorcement.
Does this have to do with adultery? No. No. This hasn't anything to do with adultery. Now, he can choose, if he's so choose, if she commit adultery, he can give her a bill of divorce too. But the Bible says that the woman has to die, or the man has to die to put away what? Folly.
From the camp, from Israel.
From Israel. So this has nothing to do with adultery. Okay? Go ahead and read.
Then let him write her a bill of divorcement, mm-hmm. and give it in her hand.
And what?
And send her out of his house.
So you give a writing first, and then you put her away. Writing first, or writing, and do what? Put away. Y'all get it? We're going to cover it again. Verses 2.
And when she is departed out of his house,
put away from his house,
she may go and be another man's wife.
Y'all see the rules. Now she can become another person's wife. Go ahead.
And if the latter husband hate her, mm-hmm. and write her a bill of divorcement, mm-hmm. and giveth it in her hand, mm-hmm. and sendeth her out of his house, mm-hmm. or if the latter husband die, which took her to be his wife, mm-hmm. her former husband, which sent her away,
which put her away,
may not take her again to be his wife.
See that? Y'all see it? Go ahead.
After that she is defiled, for this is abomination before Yahuwah.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt not cause the land to sin, which Yahuwah thy Elohim giveth thee for an inheritance.
Y'all see the difference, brothers and sisters? It's a two-part process. What did the Pharisees, let's go back to the slide. What did the Pharisees ask him about? Did they mention anything about paperwork? Read it again.
The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause?
When I was little, I bought some glue called epoxy. I didn't have enough sense in my head to really know how it worked. But I was going to try it because it said it was a strong glue. It came in two packages, and both of them stunk. I didn't like the smell of it.
A and B.
And it told me you got to do what? Mix A and B for it to do what?
Bond.
To work, to bond, for it to be solid. If you mix it less or more, it's not going to work. And lo and behold, I tried, and it didn't work for me. So I stuck with the singular one, the plain, simple one. You squeeze the thing, it sticks.
The crazy one.
But the other one works very good. It's just that you got to know what you're doing. And it's the same case. It's a two-part process for it to really work. The problem is that Christianity makes everything one pot. Gumbo. Gumbo. One sheet. Like Ella almost said the other word. We're not going to let Ella say the sheet word again. It's not going to come out. It's not going to come out right. Okay? One sheet with all kinds of stuff on it. That's Christianity. Let's go back to the slides. All right. So, context is everything. Matthew 19, let's read verses 7.
Verse 7. They say unto him, Why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away?
So now they're back coming up. Notice the question shifted. When he gave them the answer based upon what they asked him in context about putting away, now they're asking the backward part. They didn't start with writing and putting away. They started with the putting away. Now they're asking about the writing. Y'all see it? Why did Moses then command to give the writing of divorcement and to put her away? Y'all see it? What was the original context of the question? It was all about putting away. Let's notice the response. Where did he address the divorce? Let's see where he addressed divorce. Now let's read Matthew 5 and 17, because I know Israelites.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
In Hebraic thought, if you go to the left or to the right of the Torah, you have destroyed the law. Just imagine a vehicle is on a dirt road. And the road is kind of not so hard. There are things in the road that can be moved. If everybody stay on the road and drive straight, the road will be safe. If you start making other tracks, making circles in the road,
Donuts
and all kinds of stuff, now you are destroying the road that when you go on that path, you might go veer off to the left in a ditch or to the right in a ditch. But if everybody stay on the path, every track, every footprint, every move will be the same. Y'all get it? There will be no veering off into the ditch. Because if Paul put his foot down and I put my foot in Paul's footprint, I'm going to be okay. But if I start making my own tracks to the left or to the right, it's confusion.
You wearing the same size shoes Paul wearing?
No. Paul, I don't want to be in Paul's shoes at all. That's a lot of trouble, because then when the kingdom come, I don't want to be there lined up with Paul. When the Most High said, Paul, where are you? Paul's way in the back of the room hiding from, because everybody says, Paul said, Paul said, Paul said. I'd rather be like Peter. I have very few books, few letters, short and sweet, right?
Hallelujah.
All right, let's read. So let's see what his response was, verses 8.
Verse 8, he said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts.
Hardness of what?
Your hearts. Suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning it was not so.
Notice that he talked about suffered you to put away your wives. But did he say anything about divorcement? All right, let's continue on.
Verse 9, and I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication.
So you can put away your wife. Now, fornication And when you dig into it, which I said I'll do it later on, it's not about sex. Automatically, when you read the word fornication, your mind is like sex, ding-a-ling swing.
That's what people always think. Write this down, Mishpachah, because you're going to ask this question again next week.
Adultery, extramarital affairs. Extra?
Breaking of a contract.
No, Mishpachah. Adultery is simply mixing. Because when he says defile, the land is going to be defiled, it's because you got too many ram goats
In the same.
with one female. And that's a problem because who is the daddy of these young goats that's coming up?
Let's see what the paper says.
Which one is it? That's why you see the ram goats, when another one is coming to deal with the female, if it's one female or two females, he will fight. He'll be like,
You see, you see that you see that in nature. All animals, all male animals compete for the female. They don't take turns. They compete.
y'all get it, right? Maybe I should do class outside by elders chicken pen or something. Go out there and do Torah from the chicken pen and point and show you all some stuff so y'all can see, because for some reason most of our people have lost. Everything is stuck in a church mindset. You know what I mean? Like a bad vehicle, the transmission is broken, there's only one gear. Reverse.
Reverse. No brakes.
No brakes and reverse. Okay, and everything is handbrake. You pull it. All right, read verses 9 one more time.
And I say unto you,
Uh-huh.
whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication. Now tell them what it is again, because they forget already.
Fornication could be either some kind of thing that is displeasing in the house, breaking the commandments of some kind, or something that's displeasing. Go ahead.
And shall marry another, committeth adultery.
Committeth what?
Adultery.
How? Okay. All right. Continue on.
And whoso marrieth her which is put away doeth commit adultery.
All right. Notice he didn't say he that marrieth her which is divorced is committing adultery. He says he that marrieth her that is what? Put away. Question. How can a man commit adultery by putting away his wife? Let's see who's thinking. How can a man commit adultery by putting away his wife? I'm married. I put away my wife. How am I causing her to commit adultery? Messing with a married woman. Okay, how is that? I want y'all to think. What is putting away? Go back to the definition. Read that for me, Brother O'Shea.
Release.
Uh-huh.
Send away. Let go. Set at liberty. Let depart. Dismiss.
Go to Deuteronomy 24. Pull it up on the screen. You just had it there a second ago. Right? Go back to verses 1. Read that again.
Verse 1 of Deuteronomy chapter 24. When a man have taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes,
Fornication.
because he have found some uncleanness in her,
Fornication.
then let him write her a bill of divorcement,
First stage. Go ahead.
and give it in her hand,
Uh-huh.
and send her out of his house.
Second phase. Put her away from his house. Y'all see that? That's the rules. That's the rules. So how were the people operating? Go back to the slide. Let's go back to the question. How was the people operating? Brother Pincus, you said, Brother Pincus said, let's see. Okay, Rodley says she's still married to him. That's correct. Michael Elizabeth is going back to her. No. Pincus says she is not released from the law of divorce. That is correct. Brother Barry, she's separated, not divorced, and seen other men. That is correct. Yared Yah says, Israel says, not giving her sex, then marrying another, okay.
Woman for sex.
Okay, for sex. All right. She is not released by paperwork, by official decree. Where can we find an example in the Torah of a woman who has been released, okay, but not divorced? Released, but not divorced. Some of y'all have answered Hagar before. Remember when Hagar ran away from her husband's house, what did the angel say to her? She says, go back. Remember the problem that Sarah had with Hagar. It was what? Fornication.
It wasn't sex. It was
Fornication, which means that what? She was not pleased. It was not pleased. She was upsetting the house. And what did Abraham do? He sent her away, and he gave Ishmael whatever he had to give and sever the whole thing. Y'all get that?
True.
And who was the one to tell Abraham to do it? It was the Most High who told him. It was the Most High who told her to go back and submit. And when problems came up, it was the Most High who says, cut the ties. Cut it. Genesis 16. We'll go back over that again. We'll circle back. This is just a teaser. All right? Just to whet your appetite a little bit. That's it. But it's enough that you can glean something from it. So the process is basically this. And we'll continue. That when a man puts her away, the whole point of putting her away is to do what? Remember when Miriam had opened her mouth and started running her mouth? What did the Most High say to do to Miriam? Anybody knows? Put her what? Away out of the camp. Do y'all get it?
Because you want to take away death from coming to the house of Israel.
All right? Put her away. When Cain slew his brother, what did the Most High do with Cain? He sent him away. But when he realized that he was going to be miserable being away for a long period of time, what did Cain say? My burden is too much for me to bear. If a woman is put away, her burden is too much for her for a long period of time because she's getting urges, burnings, desires of things, itch that needs to scratch. She is not of past 60 plus years and deserve a husband. And when those ideas come in her mind, she will try to explore. But because she's still bound, guess what happens? She cannot go. She is like, I want to go, but she's put out the camp. She can't come back. And the time is so long that all of a sudden now she's not getting anything. She's not getting supplies. She's put out for a long time. What happens? You create a scenario for sin. This is why Shaul says, do not abstain from your wife for long periods because Satan is going to come in, except it be for fasting and prayer. But you all must come back together again. Why? Because the long periods of time open up opportunities for what? Sin. So when Cain says it was too much to bear, what did the Most High do for Cain to ease his agony? He did what? Put a what? Ema, grab the mic, Ema, because you're hitting it on the head.
Bro, Pinker said it.
Come on now. I want you all to see it.
Put a mark on him.
Put a mark on him. What is a mark equivalent to our topic for today? Go back to Deuteronomy 24. Deuteronomy 24. Go back to it. Go back to Deuteronomy 24 because they didn't get it.
Right here.
Brother Miles says what?
Then let him write her a bill of divorcement.
What does divorce means but cutting off from your flesh? Cutting off from your flesh. The Most High put a cutting off, a pronouncement that Cain is officially cut off. So Cain can go and start something elsewhere. Otherwise, he'd be put to what? Death. Whoever seen Cain, don't kill him.
If he didn't have the mark, he would have been killed.
If he didn't have the mark, he'd what?
Been killed.
He was spared. He did repent, right? In the book of Joshua, it said so. And Tubal-Cain was put to death? No. Because it was an accident. It was an accident. So, brothers and sisters, the Most High wrote on Cain's forehead that separation was official. Y'all get it? There must be this official parting of ways.
The cutting, written.
Cutting. Y'all get it? Now, a vow, like I said, I'm going to go deeper into it because there's other parts, moving parts to this whole thing. All right. Let's slow down for a minute. Go back to this slide right here, Brother Shay.
Okay.
Right here. This is how those questions come, right?
the flying from every corner.
The questions come, and you don't know how you should brace for it. It's a heavy thing to get into. This is why I keep saying, my brethren, I do not like to get into stuff unless we can properly explore it, okay? Let's go back to the slide that we stopped on. All right, let's read. So, question again, how can a man commit adultery by putting away his wife? Is when a man puts away his wife and she stays out for a long time and it doesn't reconcile. So the putting away is to teach the woman a lesson. The Messiah put away Israel to teach the houses of Israel a lesson. Mm-hmm. When the other nations went and lay with her, when the other nations went and lay with her, why do you think the prophet said that those nations will be destroyed? Why? Because they touched a woman that was put away
and not divorced.
Mm-hmm. They committed adultery. They lay the rules that another man lay with a woman who is in covenant. That man is going to be put to death. The only reason, and I'll just say it in brief, why the woman is not put to death is because Yeshua took the place of the woman. Mm-hmm. He laid down his life in the place of his wife. Mm-hmm. Why do you think Adam took the fruit and ate of it?
Same reason.
A type of the Messiah. He bear the price of his wife. So when the Messiah showed up, he's not going directly to the woman. He went straight to Adam. What have you done? Mm-hmm. Well, she ate the fruit, so I ate the fruit. Okay, this is what's going to happen to you. See, when you come to the New Testament and you're trying to understand the death of the Messiah, you're never going to get it because you're getting it from the Greek perspective. Mm-hmm. And I'm giving it to you from the law. Read Matthew 5:17 again.
And that's the key, Mishpachah. We have to understand reading this in context, because that's what this is about. Context is everything. We take it from Greek glasses. We had classes on this before, and we want to read English stuff and not understanding the context of Hebrew idioms, practices, culture, and it goes out the window.
And I gotta do it slow, Brother Shay. Yeah. Slow. It's like removing bandages from sticky wounds.
Matthew 5:17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
So we talked about the law. The law states the process, and you can see the theme of the law with Cain being put away, and then he complained. This is the same way with a woman being put away. She complained like, when am I gonna come back? I have to live my life. Set me free completely. Genesis 4, 9 to 16 is where with Cain, right? So a mark is put on his head. Okay? The woman receives a written thing so that everybody can know that she's free, right?
free, yeah.
She can't come back. She's
available.
free. He can't come back to Adam's household. He's cut away from that.
Mm-hmm.
Start your own colony somewhere else, right? Yeah. Read on.
Or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
And you can see the prophets declare that the other nations will be destroyed because Israel is in covenant relationship with the Messiah. This is why it gives him validity or right to destroy the nations, because he's bound to his own law. Yeah. He cannot go outside his own law. Nope. If he says you touch a woman and this woman is bound to this contract, this ketubah, and you go sleep with my anointed ones, you're gonna die. So what does the Gentiles do? Introduce Christianity, stocks and stones, dildos and daddle-diddles and all kinds of stuff. And
all kinds of things.
Israel is fornicating and mixing up and adulterating and all kinds of stuff. They got the whole shebang.
Yeah, they got their folly days.
And they're thinking they belong to Seventh Adventists.
Get the idols.
I'm a Roman Catholic. All of these are different husbands and stuff.
Following other doctrines, doctrines of devils.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it's not even husband, it's lesbianism. Because there's all these different women she's mingling with. All these other women. Foolishness, right? All right. So, second question. Can another man commit adultery by marrying a divorced woman or marrying a put away woman?
We just answered that. That's who's thinking.
Can another man commit adultery by marrying a divorced woman? Yes or no? The woman is divorced. She leaves the husband's house. Can that man commit adultery? House of Yehuda says no. Brother Gerald says yes. Brother Gerald, you're not listening to the class. No. 9. Niet. What else? Give me some language. Nada. Elder? No. Francais, no. Okay. All right, Elder.
English, no.
How you say it in Hebrew? Come on, Elder.
Lo. All right. So a man who takes a divorced woman is not committing adultery. Y'all get it? Because did Moses create any laws? No. Okay? All Moses was there was a recipient, just receiving a thing, a custodian.
Now remember, we just said the difference in the two. So make sure you write this down. The difference in the two, the paperwork, the divorcement, the cutting away, the mark. Yeah. That's what separates if that person is committing adultery or not. Mixing.
Putting away is something else. So can a man commit adultery by marrying a woman that is put away? Yes. Because she is not in his house, but he still is obligated to her well-being.
Responsible.
He's just not, he's trying to teach her something. Right? The same way with Miriam. And the same way with many other instances within the Bible. All right? Okay, let's go to our next slide. Context is everything. Matthew 5:17 again.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
All right, let's read verses 10.
His disciples say unto him, if the case of the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry.
It is not good to what?
Marry.
Notice that the disciples is making a statement. This is not a question. What is the context of their statement? Marriage. Marriage. Not shacking up and putting away and all kinds of stuff. Marriage. Notice the response in context. Verses 11.
But he said unto them, all men cannot receive this saying.
This is not for every what? Man. All men. Does it say women?
No.
Men.
Oh, so wait a minute. So marriage is based upon the status of the woman. Title exchange. The woman leaves the father's house having the father's title, like a car, like property. The father signs the release paperwork, puts it in the hand of the man. The man takes that paperwork, applies his title to it, and guess what? It's a transaction is over, it's done with.
He's responsible now.
You got the car.
In government, in real estate, there's something called a title search. When you're purchasing a car, there are title searches. Because you drive around with a car thinking it's yours, police pull you over, they check everything, license and registration, but this is registered in so-and-so name,
This
and
is not your car.
your name, not your car. What do you mean it's not my car? Here's the paperwork. That's a crayon paperwork.
Phony.
Phony.
Baloney.
Okay? Counterfeit stuff. Does everybody get it?
Yes.
Brother Pinker says that's hard for the modern day woman to take it. I'm not speaking to modern day women.
All right.
Okay? All right, let's look at his response. Read it again.
But he said unto them,
Uh-huh.
all men cannot receive this saying,
Receive. Go ahead.
save they to whom it is given.
So it has to be what?
To only those who is given to.
It has to be what?
Given.
Given. Who's the one giving stuff? The Most High. Now look at how we respond to marriage. Look at how the Messiah responds in context. Verses 12.
For there are some eunuchs.
What does eunuchs have to do with marriage? The Pharisees ask about marriage. Men who are capable of marriage. Transactions. But look at his answer. People, it just goes over people's heads and they start thinking about all kinds of other stuff. Brothers and sisters, we have to pay attention, man. A lot of times teachers talking and y'all looking at all kinds of stuff. Y'all in all kinds of different rooms and chats and conversations. And then you come back and ask me the same question again.
What's fornication, Rabbi? What's
Fornication is two bananas in your ears.
For there are some eunuchs
Uh-huh.
which were so born from their mother's womb.
Eunuchs. What is a eunuch? Anybody knows? Castrated. But do y'all think he's talking about castration? Let's read and see.
And there are some eunuchs which were made eunuchs of men.
He's still talking about eunuchs. One that is born,
Castration.
and some made. Go ahead.
Which have made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake.
Read on.
He that is able to receive it, let him receive it.
So it is given and is received. Something is given and somebody receive. The Torah was given and we received it. That's what Shavuot is all about. That which is given and we receive it, right? So he's saying born. Let's look at some examples, right? Let's read Matthew 13:34.
The book of Matthew chapter 13 verse 34. All these things spake Yeshua unto the multitude in parables. And without a parable spake he not unto them.
So wait a minute. Every time Yeshua is speaking, he's speaking in what?
Parables.
Parables. So you think verses 12 is a parable? Let's read. Continue.
Hebrew idioms.
All right. Where can we find examples? Where can we find examples of men who were, quote, born to be eunuchs, made a eunuch by men, or made themselves eunuch? Whom it is given. So let's put this to the side, Brother Shay. Let's go to Jeremiah 16, verses 1-3. I want to teach you all a few things here. Yirmiyahu 16, verses 1-3. Let us see some examples, right? Because some of our people, pull this over to the side just a little bit, Brother Shay.
This right here?
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. Let's see what it says. 1 to verses 3.
Jeremiah chapter 16, 1 to 3. The word of Yahuwah came also unto me, saying.
So it's given. The words are given, right? Okay, read.
Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place.
Oh, so somebody's telling you to be what?
A eunuch.
A who?
A eunuch.
A eunuch? No, I'm not a eunuch. You knock. No. You the knocking. Okay? You're not knocking. I knock, you knock.
We all knock.
Verses 2, let's read.
Verses 3.
Verses 2.
Verse 2. Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place.
In this place, go ahead.
For thus saith Yahuwah concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land.
Now, was Jeremiah not appointed from the womb? Did not the Most High call him from the mother's womb?
Yep.
Yeah.
Called.
Was he not born for such a time as that?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't he not desire to get married? And the Most High says, you will not take a wife. The Most High was making him a eunuch.
From the
For
womb.
his own sake, for himself.
Is that correct, Mishpachah?
Yeah.
Let's look at another example. Isaiah 39, 6 to 8. Let's look at another example of a eunuch. Isaiah chapter 39, this is a prophecy, 6 to verses 8.
The book of Isaiah chapter 39, verse 6 to verse 8. Behold, the days come, that all that is in thine house, and that which thy fathers have laid up in store until this day, shall be carried to Babylon. Nothing shall be left, saith Yahuwah.
All right, pause for a second. Sister Brenda, in Arkansas, I like what you put here. It says, circumcise hearts by obeying Torah from the womb. And so you can see how when you look at circumcision, according to the word of the Most High, it's never singular. It's always two components. It's always one on the other. You can be physically castrated in the flesh, but you can also be spiritually castrated as a eunuch. You can be a eunuch in the flesh, and you can also be spiritually a eunuch by abstinence. Y'all get it? And it's the same way with circumcision, and also the other way too. And you can combine it. You can be both in the flesh and also in the heart. So let's read verses 7.
Verse 7. And of thy sons that shall issue from thee, which thou shalt begat, shalt they take away.
Babylonians will take them away.
And they shall be eunuchs in the palace of the king of Babylon.
So the Babylonians will castrate them. Y'all see that? Yeah. So you can see castration here. Now, Jeremiah did not castrate himself. Nobody forced it on him. But the Most High forced this on him that he could not have a woman.
Take out the desire on him.
Stopped him. Yeah. Blocked him. Right? And we can go a little bit deeper because a man can be defective in his loins. No sperm is active. A woman could be barren. No eggs is active. You don't really know certain things.
But the desire is still there.
And the desire is still there. You can try and try and try. Nothing is coming out of it, whether it's a male or a female. But when you're castrated, it's like even the coming together. Y'all understand me? Because what sense is a person getting married and you know you cannot perform at all? Okay? That's a death sentence. That's a death sentence. And I'll go deeper some other time into it. I don't want to get into all that right now because the eunuch itself is a subject by itself. Okay? All right, let's read verses 8.
Then said Hezekiah to Isaiah, good is the word of Yahuwah, which thou hast spoken. He said, moreover, for there shall be peace and truth in my days.
Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 7. We'll pick it up at verses 1. And let's look at another example of being a eunuch for the kingdom's sake, right?
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now concerning the things whereof you wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
And that's the key right there, touching a woman, because a eunuch, if a person is unable to bear seed, the desire to touch a woman, is it still there? Yes. Mm-hmm. If you cannot produce seed, or you're infertile, let's use that word, you're infertile. Mm-hmm. If you're infertile, you still have the desire to touch a woman. Mm-hmm. You all get it. You still have the desire. But a eunuch, that desire is gone. So he's talking to an audience who has desire to touch a woman, to have sexual encounters with a woman. It has nothing to do with your heart, like, it's just about just heart alone. Mm-hmm. It's not about that at all, Mr. It's your ability. I wrote these things to you. It is not good for a man who has the ability to have sex with a woman, to have sex with a woman, to touch her. Okay, read on verse 2.
Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, mm-hmm. let every man have his own wife, mm-hmm. and let every woman have her own husband.
And husband is one who builds a house. You cannot build a house by yourself. You always need a woman to build your house, to start the building of your home. Yeshua cannot build a kingdom without Israel. Y'all get it? For him to say he's king and he doesn't have a bride, he's not building nothing. He's not even a real Messiah.
People, you have to have subjects, you have to have
a queen without a king. Ain't no
I
don't even want. Don't stir me up, Kifa. It almost slipped out. Impress?
No.
Yeah, you impressed. All right, you impressed with an I.
Depressed. Verse 3, let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence.
So what is rendering to the wife due benevolence? What is that? A eunuch can't render anything to the wife.
No.
There's no swinging. Nothing, no swords. Okay? Everything is plowshares. Plowshares. Let's continue on. Your elder, behave myself, elder. Continue on.
And likewise also the wife unto the husband.
Okay, read on.
The wife hath not power of her own body, mm-hmm. but the husband. Mm-hmm. And likewise also the husband hath not power of his own body, but mm-hmm. the wife. Mm-hmm. Defraud ye not one the other, mm-hmm. except it be with consent for a time.
See that? Read on.
That ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, mm-hmm. and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your inconsistency.
So you're not being consistent. Every time you keep missing your appointed time, Satan slipped in. Oh, good. I like this. No Philip bomb? That's good. I got something set up right over here. Let's read verse 6.
Late night phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
But I speak this by permission, and not of commandment.
Because he doesn't command anybody's house. He doesn't rule over anybody's house. Read on.
For I would that all men were even as I myself.
And what does he mean by that? Does that mean that Paul cannot have sex? No. He chose for the kingdom's sake. Go ahead and read.
But every man hath his proper gift of Elohim. Mm-hmm. One after this manner, and another after that.
Mm-hmm. Read on.
I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I.
And he even gives more understanding that a widow, by definition, should be a woman under a certain age that should not be a widow. And if you are over a certain age, stay behind as a widow. Don't be looking around for no husband, talking about I feeling something. You ain't feeling nothing.
Come on, Rebbe.
You're feeling nothing. Go fast and pray a little bit longer.
Not even a little bit?
Go tight, put a head tie on your head. And a long dress on you. Gird up your loins.
Don't be a bully, Kiefer said.
I'm not trying to be a bully. I'm just putting facts on the table. Right?
That's true.
But I speak by permission, not by commandment. So if the widows after a certain age want to venture off and there are brothers who want to take them, that's up to you. Okay? Again, I speak by what? Permission. And not by commandment. Read on.
Verse 9. But if they cannot contain, let them marry.
Let them what?
Marry.
If you cannot contain your loins, get what? Marry. Go ahead.
For it is better to marry than to burn.
Y'all see that? All right. Go ahead.
And unto the married I command, yet not I, but Adonai or Yahuwah, let not the wife depart from her husband.
Like Hagar. Put away, right? Go ahead.
Verse 11. But if she depart, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband.
And that's what putting away is all about, to be reconciled. Y'all get that? This is why Yeshua came for the reconciliation for all the house of Israel. Read the prophets. Read Matthew 5 and 17.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
Or who?
Or the prophets.
That's it. Let's go back to verses.
And let not the husband put away his wife. Verse 12. But to the rest speak.
To the others I'm speaking.
Speak I. Not Adonai.
The rest of these things, I'm the one that's talking. The Most High is not really bringing this out. This is just my counsel. Go ahead.
If any brother have a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away.
See this? Because what it's talking about is what? No thing in his eyes, no pleasure any longer in his eyes. Like it displeased, like my wife doesn't believe in the Most High, but she does everything else. Now, some people will get into your ear and put a spirit on you to make you forfeit that woman, even though she's doing everything else, just that she doesn't, follow along in the way that you are doing it. She's not committing any sin per se. She's just not where you are in your walk, right? She don't cook unclean things. She doesn't disrespect you. None of that stuff. Read it again.
But to the rest speak I, not Yahuwah. If any brother have a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away.
Does it say divorce?
No.
Okay, read on.
And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him.
Does it say divorce? No. You see the word leave is the same as what?
Put away.
Put away. What Hagar did. The first time when she walked out of that marriage. So a woman can walk out of a marriage, but she got to stay behind. Was that Kifa? Okay, read on.
Verse 14, for the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy.
It's like Nabal and Abigail. Abigail spared the household because she was righteous.
David, yep.
Right? Or if you have a different type of a husband and a wife like Hosea and Hosea's wife. Hosea's house was spared because of Hosea's righteousness. Right. His wife was wild and crazy. Okay, let's move on.
Verse 15. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but Elohim have called us to peace.
To what? Peace. So you can't live in, like the brother said, go back to the slides with a question that the brother had. Let's go there and let's take a look at what he said. Right there. Put up real nice and big. He says, I am wrestling with questions around marriage and divorce. You see the question right there? It's coming heavy on him.
Yeah.
The women of today are very difficult to deal with. You call it modern women, right? I was married twice and divorced. Getting divorced was the only way to get peace. Y'all see that? Let's go back to Paul's letters, okay? Paul's writings.
Here. Back to the verse of reading.
Yeah, the verse.
Verses 16.
16,
For what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband, or how knowest thou, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife?
And remember what Abigail said? David was coming to kill you. But if I didn't step in to do this and that, you'd have been dead. And then the Most High caused a chicken bone to go sideways in his throat. He fell back, boop. That was it.
Not kicking
And
no
David
more?
says, what?
He wasn't kicking no more?
Abigail free? Squire, yes, my lord, go get some good horses. Don't get the donkey. Don't get too slow. Get the horse. Go down by Nabal's property. And let's see what Abigail, bring this letter for her. Don't even open it. Just give her the letter. And you see those roses? Roses are red, my love. Violets are blue.
Oh, boy.
Hey, remember we saw the king in the other thing? Okay, all right. The king, right? So anyway, so Abigail saw the horse coming full speed. All she saw was a cloud of dust. What in the world is going on? Is a storm coming? No, that's David's squire.
A storm is coming.
And then flowers flying everywhere. Boom. Before the squire could even open his mouth to say
Yes,
anything, I do falling on the ground.
Shalom,
I do, my lord. The guy didn't even have a chance to give the poor horse some water. Back on the hopping on the thing, heading back. Come on. That's the gospel according.
Hallelujah.
The gospel according to Brother Yonah. That's not in the Bible.
Which volume is that?
You're not going to find it anywhere. It's in my own head. As a matter of fact, since it's in my own head, we got to have Brother O'Shea, Brother Dumas, you going to publish it on the street? But that would.
Bro, that we're going to write it because he's a scribe.
Yep. That's the only way we can get our people to believe anything. You got to make up gospels, elder. Because we try to keep our people in the Torah, and they don't believe it. So when you start writing your own gospel, for some reason,
then they can start believing it.
For some reason,
the mac and cheese.
They start.
Mac and
you
cheese.
see, you got to come up with the mac and cheese. All right, let's go back to our slides.
Verse 17. Oh, it's back slides.
Yeah, let's go back to our slides. All right. Okay, so let's continue on.
We were right here.
All right. So that's it. Let's move to our next slide. Mark chapter 10, verses 2 to verses 12. Let us read. It's the same thing basically, but let's go over it again.
And the Pharisees came to him and asked him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife? Tempting him. And he answered and said unto them, what did Moses command you? And they said, Moses suffered to write a bill of divorcement and to put her away. And Yeshua answered and said unto them, for the hardness of your hearts, he wrote you this precept.
Oh, he wrote a what?
You.
A precept. Precept. Go ahead.
But from the beginning of the creation, Elohim made them male and female. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. So then they are no more twain, but one flesh. Verse 9. What therefore God or Elohim has joined together, let not man put asunder.
Put asunder. Same thing as putting away. Go ahead.
You know, this is the only verse Christianity sings all the time. They make songs of it and everything, but not understanding. And in the house, his disciples ask him again the same matter. Just
like our people today. It's no different. Y'all think y'all different? Y'all no different from the disciples. Like he said it the first time. What does he mean by that? Let's get it. Verse 11.
And he saith unto them, whosoever shall put away his wife and marry another committeth adultery against her.
Against who?
Her.
Against her, because she is waiting to go be reconciled to the husband. You put her away. Somebody starts to mess around with her. Now she's
in trouble.
She's in trouble. She'll be stoned. You are the ones causing that to her. You are the one putting her in that situation, right? Verses 12.
And if a woman shall put away her husband.
Now, wait a minute. The Torah does not say that a woman can divorce her husband. There's no place in the Torah where it says that. In modern times, right?
Yeah.
But if a woman shall put away her husband, why is Yeshua saying this? He's validating. He never said it was wrong for her to put away her husband. Put this to the side for a second. Put this to the side a second. Go back to Paul's writings. Go back right here where he was. This is Corinthians. Go back up. Nope. Verses 11. Read verses 11.
But, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried.
Read Mark 10 and verses 12.
And if a woman shall put away her husband.
So she depart from her husband. Read 1 Corinthians again.
Verse 11.
Verses 11. Yes, 7 and 11.
But, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband.
Read.
And let not the husband put away his wife.
Let's go back to Mark 10 and 12. Read
and
it again.
if a woman shall put away her husband.
You can make it bigger.
Sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she committeth adultery.
Y'all see that? She put away the husband. She just moved away from him. And she go marry another person. It's on her fault. She's the one committed adultery. If you put her away and somebody come and take her up, you have caused her to have a violation. You understand this? So putting away is different from divorce. Let's get our next slide.
See,
I think we spent enough time on that.
Mishpachah, I hope y'all wrote that down. Divorcement and putting away are two different things. Okay.
And the man has the power to do the divorce, not the woman. Whatever y'all think in Christianity, I'm sorry, like Ellen to say, put it in your pipe and smoke it. Look at a woman to lust. Matthew 5 and 28. We'll just be very brief on this. Very, very brief on this one.
Matthew 5, verse 28. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her have committed adultery with her already in his heart.
So if you look at a woman, you're going to look at a woman after to lust after her have committed adultery already in his heart. What if the man is engaged to the woman and he has a desire to be, and notice carefully, it doesn't say the woman. There's nothing mentioned about the woman in this context, right? Like vice versa. It's the man looking on a woman. Now the question is, and I put it here, the word woman is mentioned 98 times in the New Testament. Whereas a maid is mentioned only 9 times.
That's right, brother Akin.
You got maid, you have damsel, but woman, why do you think? And let me tell you something about the English language. They like to shuffle things around, like those little games with the three little cups. And so you keep looking behind the words to find the answer, and you can't really find it. They shuffle things around.
Wait, they just did it again. They changed the definition for woman again.
That's true. That's true.
You ask them what's a woman? Oh, we don't know. It could be anything.
Now, I'll just say from shooting from the hip. Normally, a woman is regarded as a married female in many cases, right? Otherwise, she's a damsel under her father's roof or a maid. And you know what's interesting about the word maid? We'll look at it some other time too. Actually, we'll look at a little bit of that today. Kiefer, what's on your mind? We'll touch on that today. It'll be very interesting to many of you all. Y'all will be shocked, not shocked, shocked with an A.
Shalom, shalom. In some cultures, that woman is also identified by the way she carries herself and the way her head or hair is pinned up or dropped down in certain cultures that is seen. So you have an idea of if she's betrothed or if she's single.
That's right.
And Brother Barry said it right. Senora versus senorita.
That's right. And that's a good one too, Kiefer. That's a good one. Mrs. Miss. Mrs. or Miss. Yeah. A flower. A lot of those things are lost now.
Culture, yeah. Nobody don't practice it no more.
Yeah, just taken. Yeah. So keep that in mind. We will look at this another time. So the brother continues to lay some examples, looking at the examples in the scriptures of marriage, and let us see what it says. Can you read, Brother O'Shea?
Fathers choose brides for their sons, or sent a servant to find a suitable bride.
This is what the brother's bringing out, okay?
Bride was a virgin from a good family, Hebrew culture usually.
And he's talking about Hebrew. In a Hebrew culture, this is what we do, right?
Fathers agree upon bride price, or groom negotiated with bride's father. A feast and celebration was performed, and groom and bride were married.
All right. Now, if you look in the background, you can see a guy with his head hang low. Why is that? Because the reality is that doesn't happen today. If it happens, it's not here in this country, for sure, in the West, right? So what we're getting is slim pickings. We don't even know what in the world we're getting. And when you look at the whole thing, you're shaking your head like, oh, Lord, what has happened to me?
Getting catfished.
You know what I mean? What has happened to me? Now, again, this is just a teaser. We're going to cover this thing. As far as marriage is concerned, there is verbal
Give it a mic.
connections, verbally. There is also included the written. There's a consummation. And there's a fourth part to that too, which is entering land or household, coming into another house. From one house, which is Egypt, into, and we can see this in the theme of Israel coming out from
Every
Pharaoh,
captivity.
from one transaction. This is why we had to kill a donkey to a sacrifice, or for the donkey, otherwise we had to break the donkey's neck, right?
Yeah.
Because of the exchange between Egyptians and Israelites. There's a lot of moving parts, like I said, right? A transaction, a price had to be paid.
Always.
Blood had to be shed.
Spilt.
So you had coming out from Egypt, that's from leaving one house into the promised land, that's one. Verbal, the Most High spoke the commandments first. When he came down, Elohim spoke all these words saying,
We shall do.
and that was part of that. And then he wrote the thing down,
Tables
and
of
then his
stone.
presence also came and overshadowed Israel. 4 parts, not 3, basically 4 parts. Now, we'll discuss at some other time that all those different parts, because some people argue one side of it, oh, it's the sex and it's marriage. Some say, no, it's the paperwork and it's marriage. Some say, it's this and it's marriage. They're all right, but it's all 4 parts of the same building.
Combination of things.
And all they're doing is arguing a pointless case. So we need to go and break those things down. We'll circle back at another time. Does everybody get it?
Yeah. Kiefer.
Yes, Kiefer, what's on your mind?
Yeah, touching that subject. Also, you have that situation whereas the choices are difficult these days that you have mentioned. But the brother also made a point that the difficulty that most men are faced with is the exchange of dealing with someone that have had multiple association with partners and have been stamped within the DNA of those other men that has a chemical DNA pass reaction of the behavioral traits of that person, which is carried on into another relationship or problem that the man is faced with. And you could look it up and study it, or you could either go in the Bible to John 4, the chapter of John 4, somewhere down in the 18th verse or something, where the Messiah had spoke about the woman that have had multiple husbands, or 5 husbands, so to speak.
Right.
But each one of those scientists have also shown that each one of those male figures that she has
Imprinted on her.
have been imprinted. It's the same thing that whereas a litter, a dog that has had a litter of pups have had different looking pups.
No, the
in a sense.
pedigree.
Right, because of that. And that's why most owners of dogs don't let their female dogs run
Breed,
around
yeah.
or get breeded by other dogs, only by one particular dog, which they can keep that bloodline pure in order to get the best value for
Yes, right.
that dog.
That's right.
So if dogs are so important, and also the importance of personal effects in that sense, why can't it be the same with our women or women in general?
It's not their fault. It's not their fault. I am not going to blame the sisters or even the brothers with regards to what you just mentioned. It is a system of lies that has been told to our people. And you have a whole barrage of pastors who support or uphold those lies every single weekend and make people feel imprisoned by certain things. Sister Zahara asked a question. What if the woman divorced her husband for safety reasons, life and death? Again, in Israel, divorce is done by the husband. Yes, Kifa.
But also to touch on it, it's not only the sense of accepting a responsibility that comes with it. It's recognizing it and also trying to work within the parameters of it. So it becomes difficult when, as you say, society has allowed this kind of behavior to consist and occupy, but then there are no equality when it comes to men and women. That's why the Bible always said that men and women are basically different in all sense.
We're going to cover that, Kifa. We're definitely going to cover those things. All right, let me go back to Sister Zahara's question. What if the man divorced her husband for safety reasons? Now, again, in Israel, abuse is dealt with swiftly in Israel.
Quickly.
We are talking about a Hellenistic system whereby that question doesn't even apply. You can do whatever you want to do. You can divorce, you can do whatever you want. But in Israel, so when you operate under the laws of Israel, any man who puts his hand on his wife to abuse her
will be dealt with.
Will be dealt with under the Bet Din. Okay? The Council of Israel will deal with that man. If you read the Bible, show me where you find any instance of a man beating his wife in the Bible. Show it to me. Okay? All right. Next question. Sister Marvis had asked, I don't get it, your answer. I understand how a man can cause a wife to commit adultery by putting her away and not giving her the paper of divorcement. But question number one is, how can a man commit adultery by putting away his own wife? What did I miss? Okay. Yes, both of them will be committing adultery. If he puts away his wife and she is married to another, she sleeps with another, right? She's causing the man who lays with her, he is causing the man who lays with her committing adultery because he violates a contract. It's a paperwork, right?
Yeah, I get
paperwork, contract. And the man is violating his own contract, okay, himself, and he's causing his wife to also, so you got three people being in violation right there. Does that make sense? Does everybody get it? Three people are in violation. The man himself
is an accomplice.
Then he put his wife up for grabs because he stayed so long that she's exposed. Another man touches this, that man is also in violation. Okay? Because there's a real contract at play. It's all about contracts. I think that most of us can understand this thing when it comes to land titles. I have some land, and this land is not supposed to be used by anyone but by me. And someone comes and squat on my land, or if I step back and I don't put any visual boundaries saying that this land is my land, and I let bush grow all over the place. It's not kept. Different things is going on for a long time. People look at this land and say, "Hey, this land is available," and then somebody comes and decides to build on this land. They never check the paperwork. They just decide to squat on the land. Guess what? According to the law, that person is in violation, and a price has to be paid for squatting or living on my land. And if I don't say anything, I'm in violation too. Because, like I said, brothers and sisters, I will discuss this thing in detail. This is only a little taste, so let's leave this alone. I don't want to get further into it. There's a lot of moving parts that we all need to look into. All right, brother O'Shea, what's on your mind?
I was just going to say, if we can just remember the difference in definition, putting away and divorce. So what causes the person to commit adultery? That defines it. If the person is in contract, meaning married and not divorced, that causes adultery. If the person has been put away.
Trespass is based upon a document. A sign, no trespassing. I start doing all kinds of stuff on the property, the police can put me under arrest for violation, right? If I put up, if I say you can go on my land and do whatever it is, and the property, it says no trespassing, I am also encouraging people to trespass, to break the law. If something happens to a person on a property, there are people who will be liable. The owner is liable. He did not put proper signs to let people know that you are not supposed to be in this property. And if a person dies on a property, the owner will be contacted. If somebody buries a body on your property, that's a violation. You can't allow somebody to bury somebody in your property. You all understand this? I mean, I'm trying not to get into any details because there's a lot of stuff here. Rod C asks this question: can a wife put away her husband? Luke 16:18. Brother, we already answered that. Yes, a wife can put away her husband, but she cannot divorce her husband. Putting away is walking out. Brother O'Shea, can you go back again one more time?
That's what I keep saying.
Go back to the slide. No,
Okay.
the slides. Definition.
Hebrews are not writing these things down.
Go back. Definition. Put away.
Put
Can you read it?
away, to release, send away, let go, set at liberty, let depart, dismiss.
So, a woman can dismiss herself like Hagar. I've said it already. Yes, Ima, what's on your mind?
I think what it says, divorce, it means you get a paper, you get
mark.
written
Paperwork, severing the contract, and then we let go.
Yes, but
To put away, there's no.
there is just by word of mouth or whatever.
Put away is the person is dismissed from under your roof without paperwork.
Right. So when they have that, they don't understand.
Okay? All right. Okay, let's move on. Let's go back. Let's go back to our. So, CK is asking, can a woman be eunuch too? No, she cannot be castrated. She doesn't have a seed. Thank you, Brother Dumas. She doesn't have a seed. Okay? When she have a seed, then yes, she can be a eunuch. And she has a dingling, yes, she could be a eunuch. Okay? All right. If the woman can't divorce the man and she is not happy in the marriage, can she ask her husband to divorce her? Yes, she can ask her husband anything. She can ask her husband anything.
It is the husband's decision.
Take the mic, Brother Dumas.
Yeah, speak on. Shalom, Brother Duma.
Shalom, family. Shalom. Now, Ima and I were just talking. She mentioned how in some African countries, the women tie up their private area so that men cannot enter in.
Yeah.
I guess, they cut some of that private area too. I've heard of. Again, they don't carry the seed, but I guess it's something interesting to think about. It's the same type of idea where
But that's not our culture, though.
Exactly, absolutely, that is not at all.
They do that there to the women to take away that desire and stuff.
Right.
But that doesn't. All that does is scar the person and make them irrelevant in that sense. But that's not in our culture.
Absolutely.
That is the Hamite culture that they do that kind of stuff.
And it destroys the women when when they're pregnant and about to give birth.
Yes.
It destroys them a lot. Yes.
Yeah. So again, Ms. Pakal, you have to remember, divorce deals with writing a contract, written words, the cutting off, severing, meaning you're marked, it has been finalized. Putting away is you just remove yourself out the way, but the contract is still there. So when we ask these questions, remember the two differences that will help you understand when a person is going through adultery or fornication or whatever terms you're going to use. These things have to be put in the right context, because people mix them up all the time and they think to themselves that they're the same. And then you have all these questions. Again, with the Greek mentality and the mindset that we have in the captivities that we live in, we have to put everything in context again. We can't go by what we have been taught in westernized culture, the way how, because again, westernized culture is just to say it's a melting pot. Every place on this earth comes under one banner, and you have a whole bunch of confusion because people are looking around to try to get a point of reference. Well, why are they doing that? Why is this different? Why is that different? And all the cultures are forgotten. So now you come to a place where, okay, this is looked as something to do now. But where did you come from? What is your culture? Our culture is a Torah. What is written? That's why we're not supposed to remove the ancient landmark. When you go back and you look at what the forefathers have put, what the Most High has instructed the forefathers to put, we read it many times, the law and the prophets. This is where we have to stay in that protective barrier. When we step out of that, that's when we have all the issues that we're having today. The questions pop up because we're following a westernized, Europeanized a way of thinking and practicing.
All right. Thank you so much, Brother Shea. Rod C. has another question. In the Bible, are the children the fathers or the mothers? In modern times, the children go with the mother most of the time. Okay, so even in history, it is always the father, the one who produced the seed, the one who holds the contract. It's never the mother. Mm-hmm. The mother does not hold the contract. Okay. Yep.
I was just going to say, let's get to the questions we was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Write those questions down, Mr. Pakar.
All right. So let us continue on. Let's go to our next slide. The brother continues to lay these things out. Are we married in Elohim's eyes when everything is done out of order? Are we married in Elohim's eyes when everything is done out of order? Let's read Romans 3, verses 23.
The book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
For all have sinned
mm-hmm.
and come short of the glory of Elohim.
The brother has tears running down his eyes. You want to know why? Because he's been shorted. That's usually what happens when you're shorted. Let's see what the brother laid out here. The bride?
Bride not chosen by father, married by fathers.
Uh-huh.
Woman is not a virgin.
The woman is not a virgin.
Woman has been with many men.
Many men's. Go ahead.
Married by government or pastor.
Married by who?
Government or pastor.
Uh-huh.
No pastors married anyone in the scripture from what I can remember.
Yeah, because most of the time the pastors would say, by the power that's vested in me by the state of Oklahoma, I pronounce you, boom, boom.
And boom, boom, boom.
Better and for worse, things that you don't find in the scriptures. And you're thinking, oh, man, I'm married. You're not married. You've been given a license of operation, like any business. Like any business. When the Most High says, Adam, pay your taxes. Huh? For some reason, the man is the one paying the most taxes. Anyway, that's another class. Let's move on.
And that's what I'm saying. We have to take off the Hellenized goggles and readjust our sights.
That's
Torah.
right. That's right. Okay, let's move on because we got some other goodies to share with you all today.
Everything seems out of order. None of my ex-wives were virgins when I met them.
That's why you see the brother right here. Read Romans 3:23 again, one more time.
For all have sinned and come short of the glory of Elohim.
Now read what the brother says.
Everything seems out of order.
That's why he's crying. Go ahead.
None of my ex-wives were virgins when I met them.
That's why you feel shorted. Go ahead.
Am I bound to them? Or are they bound to whoever took their virginity?
Let's move to our next slide. So we leave that alone. Some things cannot be explained. Yeah, that's true, Kifa.
Discounted.
Let's read some verses here that lays out some interesting things about the damsel. Okay, Matthew 9:24.
Book of Matthew chapter 9 verse 24. He said unto them, give place, for the maid is not dead.
The maid is not dead. And in many cases, maid is a damsel or it's a girl, right?
A young female, yeah.
And we don't know the age. Okay, in some cases when we see those words used. Mark 14:66.
And as Peter was beneath in the palace, there cometh one of the maids of the high priest.
One of who?
The maids of the high priest.
The high priest had maids? Interesting. And this is the Greek periski, I guess that's how it's pronounced. Greek 38:14. One of the maids of the high priest. All right, we'll look at that. We'll circle back for a second. Mark 14:69. Let us read.
And a maid saw him again and began to say to them that stood by, this is one of them.
Now, when it says a maid saw him again, in most cases we're thinking about a woman who fold clothes and clean around the house and things of that nature. But that's the English. That's the 3 cups I mentioned that keep shuffling things around and you can't figure out what's underneath it.
Magic.
Right? Maid could be a young little girl. But the question is, when we read Mark 14:69, it is talking about when the Messiah was put on trial. What little girl is going to be at that place, at that hour of the night, without their parents and so forth?
Context.
Context is everything. So maid here could also be applied to a woman who is not married.
Context is everything. Right? In my small mind of thinking.
Grab the mic, Keeper. You're just saying stuff and nobody's gonna.
Yeah, well,
go ahead.
If context is everything, and in my small mind of thinking, and we go back to Deuteronomy, and we go to Deuteronomy 28, we go to Deuteronomy 22, we have the Leviticus laws and dietary laws, then there is some confusion there, because when you look at the bathroom doors, they have one specifically showing the male figure, and there's one showing the female figure, and then there's another one showing both half male and half female. So that means that the way our society is set up today, then the bathrooms could be used by anybody. So as Deuteronomy 22:5 says, women should not wear what men wear. And if a woman stands as a man in the clothing of a man, she should be able to go in a men's bathroom. Because that's what the placard says outside the bathroom.
All right, Brother Shea is going to pull up the word maiden. And thank you, Sister Marvis, for saying maid is short for maiden. Let's look at this here. So when we read the New Testament, a maiden is basically an unmarried woman, right? It could be a young girl because she's not touched by any man, right? Or it can be an older person of, not a child anymore. That can also be applied. She's just not married. So what the Bible is trying to define for us is status, whether she's married or not. This is why Yeshua says, he didn't say if a man looks at a maid. He says if a man looks at a woman, and I'm only shooting from the hip because I will need to give you the correct connections, that you'll understand in context that he's referencing when he says woman status. And in most cases, if you see a woman in the market, in this wherever, you are not too sure she could be married or not. So the best thing to do is just try not to even engage on certain levels. Okay, so let's read maiden definition. What does it say?
It says Old English.
Yeah.
Unmarried.
It says what?
Unmarried woman.
Usually
woman. Young virgin girl, maid servant.
All right, that's all we need from that. Let's go back to the rest of the verses, and let's read Luke 8:54.
Luke 8, verse 54. And he put them all out and took her by the hand and called, saying, Maid, arise. Luke 12:45. And if that servant say in his heart, My Adonai delayeth his coming, and shall begin to beat the men servants and maidens, and to eat and drink, and to be drunken.
So I'm just giving you some little tidbits here for you all to look at, okay, with the usage of the words. Go ahead.
Luke 22:56. But a certain maid beheld him as he sat by the fire.
All right, let's go to our next slide for time's sake. So maid. Do y'all know that in the Hebrew, when you see the word maid, it actually can also relate to the word concubine? Strong's Hebrew 8198. Shifa. And this is where you have the word mishpacha. Shifcha. Mishpacha. Mishpacha means what? From an unused root meaning to spread out as a family. See H4940, which is what? Mishpacha, family. So a maid, which is a concubine, is also connected to what? A family. Y'all get it? So Strong's is giving you some stuff here. It says noun feminine, maid servant, cinnamon, which see originally, what does it say? Concubine. Y'all see that? Concubine. Literally maid servant belonging to a mistress. Genesis 16 is dealing with Hagar. Genesis 29 dealing with Jacob's other wives that he had, and so forth. Psalms 123:2.
And Zilph.
That's right. Proverbs 30:23, Isaiah 24:2. Even where concubine of master. Y'all see that? Concubine. And we can always click on the link and pull it up if you want to do that. Now, let's go to our next slide. I'm going to share something with you all. Read that for me, please.
Webster's Revised Unabridged Dictionary.
What does it say?
One noun, a woman who cohabits with a man without being his wife, a paramour.
That's dealing with a maid or concubine, a woman who cohabits.
Number two, a wife of inferior condition, a lawful wife.
She's lawful, but
not united to the man by the usual ceremonies, and of inferior condition. Such were Hagar and Keturah, the concubines of Abraham, and such concubines were allowed by the Roman laws.
Wait a minute, read it again. And such
concubines were allowed by the Roman laws.
So the Romans did acknowledge these things as being legal at some point in time. Their children
were not heirs of their father.
Let's go to the next slide. Check this out, Mishpachah. Do y'all know
that's the key,
that you have these hidden things in the scriptures that many of us never looked at when we read the 10 Commandments, or the Big Ten, they call it. Brother O'Shea, read Exodus 20:17.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's.
This is a huge shocker, not even a shocker. Let's read it. Exodus 20:17.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. nor his manservant,
Now his manservant,
nor his maid servant.
nor his what?
Maid servant.
That's Hebrew 5:19. Go ahead.
Nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
So we've been reading this thing all the time. Every Shabbat we say it, we repeat it, but we never looked into it to see that it's referring to a concubine either. Let's look at what King James translation says.
It says handmaid, down here?
Down here, where it says outline of biblical usage.
Maid, servant, female slave, maid, handmaid, concubine.
Concubine. Literally, maid servant applied to what? Applied to concubine. Concubine. Y'all see it?
And I wanted to touch on the slide before, right here, when it talks about the children not having ear to the father, and that's basically the essence to it. When you have concubines, the children, they get things, but they don't get ear of what the father have for his. And we see that in examples with Abraham. He had Ishmael, and he had Isaac. You see that with Jacob and Esau. You see that all throughout the Torah. Who gets what and who don't get what.
So in closing of this particular part, we're gonna move into something else real quick. We'll just take a few minutes and go through it. But to close up this particular part, brothers and sisters, again, we're gonna circle back and revisit these things. This is a perfect example of structure of ancient Israel and structure of how the kingdom is going to be. The Torah itself is telling us, do not covet, and it explains what the man's possession is. And in it, you can clearly see how they shuffle things around. And the word maid and so forth, okay, is that of also can be a concubine, because she can move from the status of just a servant of helping the household to be moved up into the form of marriage. Okay, I'm going to give you some more on that, but this is why when I make my arguments or my points about certain things, I know what I'm talking about. I just withhold from bringing a lot of things out. When the time comes, we will go into it a little bit more. There's so much to really dig into here. Y'all get it? All right. So now, let's move into our next part here. And this is dealing with news and reviews from the Mishpachah. So some of y'all have sent me little news reports, and I want to just kind of go through it, and then we're going to wrap it up and say shalom, right? News reviews from the Mishpachah.
This picture says 1,000 words.
All kinds of stuff happening around the world. Let's go to our next slide. Kenya, discreet church set up to welcome LGBT worshipers. So you got a church in Kenya. Can you read the article?
A church in Kenya has survived for the last decade by operating discreetly. It does not publicize its services in this very religious country because it welcomes gay worshipers. Quote, I never imagined in my life as a priest I would be in a space where I would say 3 words that people think are conflicting. That I am black, I am gay, I am a priest, end quote. Its members are very guarded about sharing details of their gatherings. Those wishing to join are carefully vetted before being invited in to make sure it is not a trap or someone's malicious. Gay sex is illegal in Kenya, a socially conservative society. Though this year the Supreme Court overturned a ban on gay and lesbian organizations being able to register as non-governmental organizations.
Let's see what the people have in their church. And you see, this is all done in secret, right? We believe
in God, our creator.
Read it again.
We believe in one God, our creator, the source of our being as queer and beloved children. We believe in Jesus Christ, God's wisdom made flesh, with the queer conception of the Holy Spirit.
With the queer conception of the Holy Spirit,
he was born of the Virgin Mary. He suffered under the systems of oppression of this world, was crucified, died, and was buried. forever joining in solidarity with those
persecuted
and murdered. On the third day, the despised of his time, the women declared him risen, signifying God's no to all forms of oppression.
So, in other words, the women were being oppressed. Okay, that's what the person is implying. Go ahead.
He points to God, our Creator, who works in this world, calling for justice for the poor and oppressed.
Oppressed are the women. Go ahead.
We believe in the Holy Spirit who proceeds from our mother.
The Holy Spirit who proceeds from who?
Our mother.
Our mother.
Creator.
The mother, our mother creator.
And from Jesus Christ, the Spirit indwells our bodies, giving us special gifts and abilities to serve God and humanity. We believe in the church.
Can't make out that thing. Where we
all belong as the redeemed and beloved of God.
So remember, God is the mother creator, right? Read on.
We believe in the communion of saints and ancestors. And the grace to reject this world's unjust system, hope for justice, and renewed life everlasting.
Y'all see the craziness? Y'all see how crazy this is? Let's go to our next slide. Yeah, that's demonic. This is from The Guardian. The article, it says, the devil was in that building, New Orleans church orphanage's dark secrets. Survivors of institution run by Catholic diocese recall litany of sexual abuse as bankruptcy process keeps documents hidden. Quote, sometimes they wore masks to conceal their identity so you didn't know who raped you. Clerk abused victim, Leon.
Sad.
Read this right here.
Leon's lawsuit alleges beatings and sexual assaults by several men.
By who?
Several men.
Several men.
Quote, Brother Harold performed some form of fondling, groping, or molesting of Leon on an almost daily basis.
Almost a what?
Daily basis.
This is wicked. Go ahead.
Unquote. The complaint alleges. Quote, when I got out, unquote, he told the Guardian, I was damaged goods.
He was mentally, spiritually, physically damaged. But not just the guys alone abusing children, the women too. Haunted by nuns. Go ahead.
Call him Joe.
Read.
His lawsuit against the church uses a
pseudonym.
A pseudonym. Quote, I was told one of the students drowned in the pool, unquote. He said, quote, I never knew the boy's name, only that he snuck out one night and died in the pool. Joe said he started wondering about the boy's death after Sister Martin Marie began tying me by the genitals and nearly suffocating me to sexually pleasure her between the legs. She liked to sit on my face until I couldn't breathe, he remarked. To this day, he said, he wonders about whether the boy who was said to have drowned may have been abused.
Y'all see the madness out there in this world? Let's get our next article. We owe it to them. Families of Israelis killed in war find new hope through what? Sperm extraction. What does the Torah says? Numbers 19 and 11.
He that toucheth the dead body of any man shall be unclean 7 days.
So the families are trying to extract sperm from who? Dead bodies. Y'all see that? How can something good come out from this thing? And these people claim to be the chosen people of the book.
Synagogue of Satan.
See that? Let's go to our next article. Scientists build tiny biological robots from human cells. Y'all see that? The multicellular biobots can move around and help heal wounds created in plated neurons. Neurons.
That's a nanotechnology.
Read this first sentence here.
Researchers have created tiny biological robots called anthrobots from adult human tracheal cells that can move across a surface and encourage the growth of neurons in a lab dish.
Y'all see that? So to take the tracheal cells from the throat, right? And creating these little things that they call anthrobots. Genesis 6 and 5, let's get it.
And Elohim saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of his of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Y'all see that, Mishpachah?
Oh yeah.
What good can come out from this? You take in something that was not designed for that purpose and you switch it up. And then when the thing runs amok, then you're trying to figure out why all these cancers in the world. Let's go to our next part, Brother O'Shea. Let's look at this. This is from the Messenger News. A woman 70 years old gave birth to twins in Uganda. Y'all see that?
70.
She is Africa's oldest woman to give birth after she underwent what? IVF in order to get pregnant.
In vitro for fermentation. Yeah.
That's sex in a dish. Sex in a dish.
Fertilization. Yeah.
That's craziness. Genesis 6:5.
And Elohim saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Only evil continually. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Is that it? I think we got a couple more and we're going to wrap it up.
This is the last one.
No, one more after that. Texas sues Pfizer. Texas sues Pfizer over COVID-19 vaccine effectiveness claim. So when the people are talking about these things are good for you, this and that, you have Texas is saying, hold your horses, all of them. Bloomberg, let's read.
And they can't put you in YouTube jail because you're reading what you see.
I'm reading what Bloomberg News is saying about.
So you're not giving no medical information.
No, I'm not.
Bloomberg states Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton sued Pfizer Incorporation for allegedly misrepresenting the effectiveness of the company's COVID-19 vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
The pharmaceutical giant used misleading statistics to promote the vaccine.
See that? So they're lying to the people. Go ahead.
And sought to intimidate anyone who questioned the product.
Just like how these others, social medias, tend to intimidate people by canceling them. Go ahead.
According to the lawsuit filed in a Texas state court Thursday, the conservative Republican is seeking more than $10 million in fines and a court order barring Pfizer from speaking publicly about the efficiency of its vaccine. Quote, we are pursuing justice for the people of Texas, many of whom were coerced by tyrannical vaccine mandates to take a defective product sold by lies.
Coerced by tyrannical vaccine mandates to take a defective product sold by lies. Go ahead.
Paxton said in a statement, the lawsuit follows a probe launched by his office in May into 3 major drug companies related to claims about the effectiveness of the vaccine. Paxton has been a vocal opponent of COVID safety mandates since the onset of the pandemic.
All right. So we can see, brothers and sisters, how we've been lied to all along. In church, we're lied to. In the media, we're lied to. Let us stay in the word of the Most High. Check this out, Mishpachah. The set apart Amish people is growing weed. Weed. Y'all see that? Inside the booming business of Amish cannabis farmers in Pennsylvania, where a green revolution is underway, growers hope to sell $3 million worth of crops to mega firms in California and the Midwest by 2025. Check the guy out with the Amish uniform with buds. Rolls.
And the question I was asked is, why haven't they let our brothers out of prison that they put in jail for an ounce of weed 10, 15 years ago that's still in prison? But these people come around later on and change the laws, and now they're making $3 million worth.
I told you before that these people can do whatever they want and get away with it.
And those brothers still in prison.
Yep.
We cannot do the same thing that the Gentiles can do. So with that said, Mishpachah, we're going to stop here. I think you got to go back. We're going to stop here. I hope everybody has learned something today. I hope that you can clearly see even when you read the commandments, you cannot read it just with one eye. You got to read with both eyes open, because you can see clearly that the Most High have already set things in place a long time ago people read these things, they don't understand structures and so forth. I mean, think about it. There's a saying in historical facts, right? That if a man takes on, if a king has maids, which are in many cases, according to what the scriptures is letting us know, the maids can be part of his concubine household. They help serve purposes within the house, and it's not all about sex. But according to Deuteronomy, Exodus 21, the man cannot withhold that part from the woman. He has to give her everything across the board like he would his other wife, right? Okay, so they have acknowledged that if a king has maids and a man sleeps with one of his maids, it is equivalent to the man trying to dethrone the king.
Yes.
It's a challenge to the throne of the king. Where in the Bible can we remember something like that? Ema, grab the mic, because I know you know it. Come on, Ema. Grab the mic. Give it to the peoples. Not Esther. Y'all wrong. Not Esther. Come on, Ema. You can say it. Ema.
She said
where can we find, since Sharit says, David, Solomon. Okay. Come on, y'all. Come on, Ema. Ema, you don't have to get, I know you want to cross the T's and dot the I's. Just say it.
It's in Kings.
Ema, it's in Kings. David's son, yes, the mercy got it. Absalom, not Absalom. Not Absalom. I'll just tell you, because Ema going to take the rest of the afternoon looking for that.
You go ahead and see.
The challenge was one of David's sons. One of David's sons. Remember, David was an old man. And there was a beautiful damsel that was searched out by all the community. She was brought into his household, and she kept David warm. We don't know what the word warm really means in this westernized mindset. But David had more than one wife. And obviously, it didn't work with those other wives because they were all old by the time he was an old man too. So they got a young, beautiful woman who can be able to keep David alive and ticking. The thermostat needed some extra boost, keeper. Now, the Bible says that David did not physically sleep with her, which was correct. But she was in such an environment that the laws of not exposing your father's skirt was applied in this instant. This is why it's important for you to know Torah. So when the son went and demanded or asked Bathsheba, is it okay for me to, that I can at least have this woman? She knew automatically what was going on because she knows Torah. She got Nathan the prophet involved in the whole thing, and they went up to David and says, David, this is what's going on. David says, what? Get me Solomon, my donkey, get my stuff together, because this guy, next thing he'll be asking for is a throne. Y'all get it? Ema, what's the thing? 1 Kings chapter 1. Okay? So, okay, Ema, I know you want to dot all the I's. Leave the I's alone for right now. Brethren, what I want you all to understand is that when the Most High says his stuff in the word, it is what it is. Do not try to go and circle around. That's the Gentiles trying to dodge what the Most High is saying. They're making vomit for you to drink, for you to eat. And you're enjoying it. You're happy with it. I am not going to deal with that stuff. Okay? So, with that said, I'm going to stop here. Brother Shay, thank you so much for reading. Brother Dumas, great to have you here with us today and family.
Great to be here.
Elder, thank you. Ema, everyone, and those of you in the chat for putting in your questions and your comments and everything else. We're going to stop here. All right. Shabbat day, Q&A, and other interesting things. hopefully I've answered those questions. Did I answer those questions, Mr. Carr? Is everything good? Everybody got it.
Somebody gonna ask you again.
You're not going to be confused.
Somebody can contact you and say, Remy,
Oh my goodness.
what's the difference between divorce and putting away? They're gonna ask you again.
What is the difference between divorce and put away? What I'm going to do to you, put you away. It's called timeout. All right, with that said, let us close up with prayer. We'll ask Elder to give us a long prayer in the name of Yeshua. No? No. Okay, all right, Elder.
Almighty Father, we thank you for the service today. We thank you for the teaching. We thank you for each and every one of us that participate and learn. We ask you, Father, to have mercy upon us. Bless the offerings, bless the food, and help us to enjoy the rest of the day, because we ask it through your Son Yeshua, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Let the
The
words of our mouth and
meditation of our hearts
be acceptable in your sight. Oh, Yah, our strength, our Redeemer. Love you all. Stay strong. Remember, tomorrow night, Brother Shea is going to be here with Friday Night Live. Shalom.